Bronson, for 16 years, I was under the assumption that your cornrows that you had during that time period were to get under Joe Torre's skin, to get under all the Yankee fans, the Yankee way and whatnot. Can you put that spell away, or I mean that myth away? What was going on with the cornrows?
Yeah, it was a mixed bag of, in '03, we all shaved our heads, right? I come home one day off the road, August. Kevin Millar says, shave my head. He comes the next day, he starts chanting, you got to skin it to win it. You got to skin it to win it. So he forces everybody in the team to shave their head. But the two guys that didn't were Nomar Garciaparra, who was getting married, and Johnny Damon, who we didn't know was growing his hair out. So he shows up in spring training in '04, looks like Jesus, and it just started kind of this chain reaction of our club being even wilder than it already was. So as you saw, Manny getting his hair down to dreads, Pedro was starting to get the Jerry curl going. It was kind of a lunatic team with guys like Derek Lowe. And I thought, I had cornrows back in the day with the Pirates. And I thought, you know what? I think this will fit in this ball club. So I put them in San Francisco. And I remember Schilling was the first guy who saw me in the hotel lobby that day. And he was like, what is in your head? And so I went out and had a good outing, though, and I won. So I figured I'd leave him in. And then I just had a streak that just kind of didn't end for a while. So I figured, I was going to ride this thing to the end of the season.
Trot Nixon had the awful mohawk. Remember that? I mean, it was just, and that was one of the great things I think watching that team is it was so anti-Yankees. You know what I mean? You were the loose kind of college guys from Boston against the button-down pinstripe guys from New York. It really, when you look back at that rivalry, it was so larger than life.
Absolutely. I can remember being on the field so many times during the playoffs, even in '03. Like I said, we all had shaved heads. And, there's 100 media members out there, and you're in Yankee Stadium, and all those guys look so clean cut on their side. And we, the '03, we looked like we were a bunch of prison convicts that got out. You had Trot with like the Fu Manchu and all these white bald heads. We looked terrible, but you looked over on the other side and everybody was so clean cut. And then you fast forward to 2004, and we had so much going on. It looked like a circus over there. But it was, it was what made that ball club. Kevin Millar was the guy who really stirred that pot, and he made everybody come to life and be themselves, and it was fantastic.